When we talk about a disaster response and recovery effort, it's a long-term initiative that really involves many, many parts. It is not simply FEMA or GEMA. It's not one agency. What you see is a partnership among the federal, state, local officials, as well as the private sector in some cases, and the volunteer community. Probably a third of what is done in terms of a disaster recovery effort does fall under the volunteer community, what's called VOAD. Red Cross, Salvation Army, Georgia Baptist, organizations like that that provide shelter, clean up any number of services.
The Red Cross is a nonprofit agency. We are supported by donated dollars, but we're also an emergency response organization. We are chartered by Congress to respond to disaster. So when disaster happens, Red Cross volunteers swing into action. They provide food, shelter, emotional support, bulk distribution of relief supplies, counseling, mental health care, anything that clients need immediately following disaster. If a person comes to us and they say that they need assistance, we're going to give them that assistance. And for those who have met with Red Cross caseworkers, we're going to continue to work with them to meet those emergency cause needs, the flood-related needs. No one will go without emergency assistance. We're going to make sure that they have a roof over their head, they have the resources that they need to get themselves back on their feet. But again, up until the closing date, our caseworkers are going to be working overtime to make sure that we connect our clients with community resources and governmental resources.
It is a surprisingly well-oiled, well-unified process. All disasters are local. I think that's always important to explain, that every disaster begins with a response by local officials. If it becomes a situation that exceeds their ability to respond to, they can contact GEMA. And we will provide state assets and resources, equipment, personnel, whatever might be needed to bring that situation under control. And then, of course, we begin to look at the financial impact of this and begin to work with FEMA in assessing the damages. And then, of course, if a presidential disaster declaration is approved, we will work together in providing those assets and resources until such time as the recovery is completed.